Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Big Guitar. My name is Alan. Hello. Hello. Thank you so much once again, everybody, for your kind words and your subscriptions and the love and the kindness. And I'm repeating myself, but no, it does mean a lot to me. And yeah, I'm just literally just drowning in the sea of love right now. Thank you to those who watched my dodgy 2 minute or so video on the moon last night. It was a beautiful moon, and I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. I love full moon. It's my favorite time of the month, and there's 13 of them. So I'm like, boom, bring it on. Love full moon. Love the energy. And I'm just looking at the bees enjoying the basil. Oh wow. I can see three or four bees munching away at the basil. How good is that? And the bees are literally just in front of me, and they're good. They're really good. They're bringing in lots of pollen, and the bees are really, really, really good. Just gonna let that plane go. Just letting that plane go because I think sometimes it might interfere with the noise. So yeah. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Like I said, once again, I always say that at the beginning of every video. It does mean a lot to me, and I do appreciate it. So yeah, so thank you very, very much. There you go. You get one of those. All right. Now, very quickly, because I've got to hightail it out of here in about 20 minutes to get to work. So this will be a shorty, a quickie and a shorty. Anyway, so we have some good news. Um, and I think in this world where we're just deluged with so much crap, um, it's good to take a bit of a breather sometimes and say that we have some good news. So, as you probably know, in California, Prop 50 got elected. So that means potentially the Dems can gain 5 seats in the House. In New York, Mandani won. So that's a victory for the Demo the Dems in New York. Gloria Johnson, a Democratic, I believe it was her that won Georgia, and in Virginia, Abigail Spanberger won. So that was the person that I read about. So good that I got that one right. So it's it's a little step, you know. It's all a little step, and I think that's where these protests are really important as well because they are also bringing in attention to people, attention of the issues to people. And I've got more to say about protests possibly in my next video. I've got a picture of me protesting in 2017 for the marriage equality in Australia. Found it on my previous phone, so you can see what I looked like when I was young. I was actually 50 at the time. No, I'm old. No, not really. I did watch Marjorie Taylor Greene. I better say entertainment only YouTube, the big entertainment only YouTube. Cha cha cha. I did watch Marjorie Taylor Greene on The View, and to my surprise, she was very civil. But the word that the word that keeps coming into my mind is this hotting is lapis lazuli. The word that keeps coming into my mind when I saw that, and here's another plane. I'm sorry about that. The word that comes to my mind when I saw that was performance. And I did my reading on her before, and I basically got, I don't know if you guys saw it, but I basically thought that it was all political and she was wanting to hold on to her seat, hold on to her donors, and essentially she can see um, the writing on the wall. Now there's ash being blown over the computer. We had a fire last night. So anyway, wind and ash and bees, that's all you need. Yeah, but the word that came to mind with that was performance. YouTube entertainment only. Personally, I do not trust her. And as I was corrected, a leopard doesn't change their spot. So thank you for that. Exactly. She was actually asked on the panel of The View whether she's changed or not, and she said no. She still loves Trump, even though he yells at them all sometimes. Um, but no, if I can, I'd like to show an interview that she did with the ABC in Australia. So the ABC, it's government controlled, well, not government controlled, but it's a TV station that's funded by the government, but it is well, some would argue yes or no, but it is a fair media station. And she did an interview before the election with one of the trusted interviewers in Australia. I was going to say Lee Sanders, but that wasn't her name. I just cannot remember her name right now. It escapes me because I'm on camera. I'll remember the second I get off camera, I'll remember. But it just showed my MTG in all her glory. And so Australia just got to see MTG in all her glory. And so that's the real her, I think. I don't think she's changed. She just, you know, she just watched her language and wasn't explosive, and that was good. Joy Behar commented about it. She did a section. She basically said the same thing. And Sunny Hostin and who was the name? Sunny and the one with the blonde hair. God, because I'm on camera, you see I'm forgetting things. Sarah. Yeah, Sunny and Sarah basically said that they weren't quite sure that they could trust her. But but it is at least she went on and did it, and it's a step in the right direction. So, what I wanted to look about really quickly with that is, will that, what will be the flow on effect from the interviews that MTG has been doing with regards to the GOP? Like, will people actually listen to her and listen to some readings, and what will it do? Like, will it take people to the Dems, or what will be the outcome of all the media that MTG's been doing lately, which has been a bit more reasonable when you think about Epstein and you think about funding for the government and opening the government and how the government should be working. And then she said that she's got not take getting a paycheck. Well, love, I don't think you're really living week to week on a paycheck, just quietly, love. I think you might have a bit of money in the bank. Just saying. Anyway, let's have a look at that. So I'm just going to quickly shuffle and then we're going to come on down. Effects from MTG, the GOP. What will the outcome of these media interviews that she's doing be for the GOP? What will be the outcome of these interviews for the GOP? None of swords just fell out. What? Maybe they are worried. Will be the outcome for the GOP? What will be the outcome for the GOP from MTG? What, Spirit, will be the outcome from the interviews with MTG? What will be the outcome of these interviews with MTG? All right, guys, let's have a look. See, come on down. Strength. Okay. I think what I'm getting off this, just quickly looking at these cards here, I think it's going to have some effect, but it's not going to be a monumental effect on the GOP. So anyway, I'll share what I mean. So page of one. So here she is with her messaging about Epstein and about starting the government again and about healthcare. And there's one more thing that she was talking about and the stuff with Gaza. So this is her out and about messaging about that. She's truly totally upset the Yeti. She's gonna so Trump will be treason, treason, Marjorie Taylor Greene, treason. So he's going to be screaming at her and yelling at her. And she's just going to be going, yes, dear, no, dear, three bags full, dear. Now, she spoke about in her area, I think she's from Georgia. I'm not sure where she's from. I'm sorry, guys. Aussie. But the people are just going to, most people are just so concerned with trying to make ends meet. Um, it's almost like they haven't got time to look up because they're too busy with trying to do their three jobs or their two jobs, just trying to make ends meet. It's almost like the message is going above their heads. But there will be some people that will see this as a new beginning. there were some people that might say, oh, maybe if we voted Democrat, we'd have a bit more money. But there's going to be some new life coming out of this on some level. And at the base of the deck, here she is as the Queen of Wands, just just feisty and her usual self and quite fiery. That's her. Um, though I probably have other names I could call her from the tarot, but I've got the Queen of Wands, so I will be nice and stick with that. So I'm not seeing a great epic shift with that, unfortunately. I would love to be wrong. But I do think with this Ace of Discs, this Ace of Pentacles, that there will be some new beginning. Like people will, it'll be like, oh, it'll be but it's monetary, and it is values, but it's monetary. It's people that are just so busy working, but some people that can maybe look up from their jobs and maybe have time to watch The View or watch a bit of TV when when they're not falling asleep because they're working three jobs to afford healthcare and eat and everything else. Those people that can afford to look up will go, there'll be a little ding moment. There'll be a ding moment. So hopefully this will increase, and more people will become aware of the changes or the another way of looking at things. But it's all, and I get it, people are just financially with what's happening in the States and this revolting regime, entertainment only YouTube, people are just, trying to survive. And people that have got their food stamps and just, after all this debaucherous administration. Anyway, just before I go, I just want to have a quick look at Mike Johnson, Grinder Mike, entertainment only YouTube. So he's been, out defending the Yeti and, you know, saying that, oh, he had to have the Halloween party and it was justified and all this BS that's coming out of his mouth. Now, MTG has been a very open critic of Mike Johnson. That goes back a long time. And even on the when I watched the interview on The View, she was like saying that she blames a lot of this on Mike Johnson as well. I mean, she's not going to blame the real cause of the problem, which is her boss, the Trump, because she loves him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, but just showing my age there. Well, you all know how old I am. I'm young. I'm not 58 yet. Tomorrow. Anyway, but um I just want to see what will be the overflow effect of these interviews on Mike Johnson. Like, what's his immediate future? What's going to happen with him? Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson. Mike Johnston. Mike Johnson. Okay, guys, come on down. As I pause this. Okay, let's have a look. See. Mike Johnson. There she is again. Oh, okay. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Well, 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 well. All right. Well, here she is again. And I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled. So here she is again. And once again, folks, I said before, like when you're doing successive readings with tarot, right, and you get the same card, it's significant. So I'm definitely getting this is her again out and about. So it's almost like this is her messaging, right? With the page the page the page of cups, the Knight of Cups. So she's out there. It's almost like she's thrown the grenade. Oh, Mike Johnson's bad, blah blah blah, and I blame him for this and this. She's going to sit back and wait and just see what festers. So here she is. Here she is. She's up there. So she's gone from on TV up there And she's just going to see what messages come his way because of what she said. What's in that cup? Is someone trying to metaphorically poison you, Mr. Johnson? Is your political career over? What cup are you going to have to drink from? So Marjorie's just going to be up there, just, not doing anything directly, but she might be making a few phone calls and, just she's just going to watch it all. And, but at some point there will be a clash. There will be a clash with the Two of Swords. And I think this is where, I'm sorry if my nose is itchy. I think that's where we're going to have to, um, yeah, there will be a clash between them. And yeah, it's definitely going to happen. There'll be the crossing of swords. And I think it's going to force a decision to break the stalemate. And then I'm thinking if this is true, it's bye-bye Mikey with the Ten of Swords. This could be the sword after all the stuff that she's been throwing at him. She's got, like you can see almost see she's got a wand or a javelin. This could be him. I think this is where it's heading. This is where it's heading for him. So hopefully it might be game over for Mikey Johnson. You never, never, never know. And base of deck is the King of Cups. And it's almost like I'm just drawn to this this serpent here near the cup. Maybe that's her sneaky ambition to try and, get this thing done. She wants to gnaw at that speakership of Mike Johnson. She wants to just, get in there and just spill the cup. Spill that cup. So I think this is definitely going to be bad for Mike Johnson, and I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he gets replaced. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, folks, just a quick reading for us. A quick reading for us. And I'm just going to do a one card pull. Sorry, just mainly because of the time, because I need to be out of here very soon. I'm just going to do a one card pull, guys. Just a quick reading for us in the collective of spirit. Reading for us. Reading for us. Reading for us, spirit. Reading for us. Reading for us. All right, guys, let's see what I've got here. One card pull. Five of Swords. Let me just have a think of this. You know what? I'm going to do the full reading. Five of Swords. Page of Cups. Empress. The Nine of Swords. Okay. Two of Cups. Okay. All right. It's a Tarot's reader to change his mind. Five of Swords. So this is like, obviously, this is like the card of the bully or someone that's abusing power. And certainly that's what's happening right now with a lot of governments around the world, but certainly with the orange menace in the States, there certainly is an abuse of power. And it certainly is causing a lot of sleepless nights. And as I said before, like this is affecting everybody worldwide. It's yeah, it's I mean it's almost like we've got this monkey on our back while this more orange orangutan is in power. It's almost like we can feel this thing on our back, right? But Page of Cups, Stinky Fish, and this is just what's happening. We're just going to get more of his stench, more of his revolting messages. That's just in the foreseeable future. Because where there is an abuse of power, there's going to be stinky fish. And in a way, the stinky fish, the bile that's coming out of his mouth is part of that abuse of power. And it's worrisome, it's hard for us. But just remember, guys, in the midst of all this craziness, we do have a blanket. We do have a blanket. We can pull up over ourselves if we're feeling a bit. We need to rug up at nighttime if it's getting to us. whenever it is. But I think this is the universe saying that things will change and there will be new beginnings and there will be growth. And that this is a really positive card, the Empress, right? This is all about Mother Nature, Mother Earth. This is like, the divine feminine in a way, just female energy, nurturing growth. And I've always kind of said that this stuff is transitional. As horrible as it is transitional. It won't last forever. Like this, and this won't last forever. And these are all minor arcana, okay? These are minor arcana. But the big energies, the big archetypal energies that are going through here is we're heading for something else, the Empress. We're heading for a time of abundance. And one thing which I actually learned about the Empress this morning, I was doing some reading, right? Like she's sitting on this really, really, really comfortable sofa, a comfortable chair, right? But she's quite observant. She's not like, leaning back and just, she's actually quite observant. She's looking at what's going on. But we will be heading for a time of abundance, guys. This will pass. We are heading for a time of abundance. What we got to do is be kind to each other. Two of Cups. Share ideas, share the love. Come inside from out of the darkness. Don't feel like you need to be doing this on your own. Just come inside from out of the darkness and just shelter with the rest of us, like don't try and do this on your own. And if you're in a position where you can help someone, you can help someone with food or anything or do any jobs for somebody else, do that. If it's just like making a phone call or sending someone a text, hi, how are you? I haven't heard from you for a while. You okay? What's been happening? Like just to those connections are really important right now. I mean, the connections are always important, but right now when all this shit is going on, these connections are really, really, really important. And I kind of think that it's those day-to-day things that we're doing, because this is the minor arcana, right? This is the grit of what we're doing that will be help leading to this as well, help lead into this archetypal growth, this big energy growth and nourishment and nurturing and feminine energy and kindness. And if you're a guy, you can certainly have this energy. Absolutely. No, you can still be a guy and have feminine energy. What will be classified as feminine energy. Absolutely. So come on, guys, let's do this. Let's let's tap into the feminine side. That's a good thing. It's a good thing. We don't all have to be meatheads. But we can tap into that. And I think we tap into that on a day-to-day level by doing this, and then the universe will do this. So that's where I think we're going with this, folks. I'm sorry that I have to rush, but I really, really have to rush because I have to leave the house 10 minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. So I'm gonna just load this up as it is, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching. Love from me and the bees. Thank you for watching once again. Love you to bits. Take care. I'll be back soon, and bye for now. Okay, bye. And where's his mouse gone? And he's gone. Bye. And action.